Hi, my name is Diego. Today I'm going to talk about music. I chose this topic because I think it's really important to understand the music currently, because I think currently we have a lot of genres in the music, and I think it's important to understand them. For that reason, I want to talk about this topic, for you understand me a little bit. Yes, why is important currently the music? I think it's really important the music because currently we have a lot of genres that before we didn't have. For example, we have currently the most famous music of this age is the current music called reggaeton or electronic music. And I think we can improve the music if we know a little bit about the music. Next, please. What's the music? The music is the combination and formation of the different songs that animated for the rhythm express a musical idea.
Is Byron, Denmark, the real city. On the downside is the same city but building with Lego bricks. On the other side is the actually founder. On the downside is the actually owner. On the downside is the founder. There is Oleg Christensen. And well, there was the fierce fire because his workshop was born in 1924, and Christensen needed to take a decision if he wanted to stay there or change his job. But he was smarted and he decided to again to build a workshop or larger and with more workers. And to this way was to he changed his workshop for an enterprise, because 2 years later, in 1926, he looked at the company needed identity because the people began to ask it, hey, this toy is working by it or where can find it. So for the reason he looked the necessity to give identity to the enterprise. And why his name is Lego? Well, after experimenting with a lot of ideas, he finally looked the perfect name. That is the first letters of the two-dimensional word. That is leg in God. Well, you can see the picture. And the fifth letter is L, E, and G, O. Together is Lego. And also, these two letters, it leg and God, mean play well in English.
Hi, my name is Enrique, and today I will talk about video games, entertainment for excellence. Before starting with this exhibition, I have to clarify that I'm going to focus more on the psychology and theory of video games, not so much of consoles or the best games or the best sellers. Simply try to clarify a bit and use certain arguments to know if the video games are bad or good, and you can build your own opinion according to the following official date. Also, I am not so expert in the subject that she who has all the consoles and all the games and has nothing to do all day. If I get like the video games, and I especially enjoy it, but I do not consider myself an expert or constant player. Scientists, let's start.
Marketing, the cost is 70,000 pesos. But who will say, no, I prefer a music because I love ACDC and ACDC comes to my wedding. Wait. Depends on the client, but used to the catering is
what is the catering?
Catering is food, wine, all you eat is catering. Yes, it's common. And I wish a Halloween party in a big place because I invite 100 people.
Rotating joints are similar in your neck, in your spinal cord. Is the limited movement. And the spherical joints is, for example, in your shoulders, in your knees, in this case, and your hips. Only in your shoulders, in your hips, because it's spherical. The other disease is osteoporosis, Osteoporosis is when the bone tissue becomes delicate, thin, and spongy. Sometimes the spinal cord disintegrate, similar to when you break the glass. It's very, very delicate.